Okay, so this is the big reveal. I got this at the Everything for 99 cent store. I'm going to try to draw it. I don't even know what's inside. Oh, okay, so it's going to be one of these guys here. Okay, so let's see. And I'm going to draw it regardless. Okay, here we go. It's this guy right here. Cheddarhead Dave. Right there. You see that right there? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do a sketch. And then here I got a mechanical pencil, no eraser. I'm gonna have to find an eraser somewhere. So when you want to do this, drawing is all about these three things. Angles, relationships, and negative space. Okay, it's also about positive space because that's what we do. But I'm going to just list the negative space because these are the key things that you got to remember. Okay, so first thing I do is how big do you want this guy? Okay, so his cheese is going to be like that. Now it's going to be something like this. Now I just drew that angle, but some people will actually close one eye and do this. You see there's an angle here, and I'm going to copy it, and you're going to copy it right here, and you're going to bring that angle down also right here. So this is a little bit off, and so we try to start off in a sketchy way, but then I said that's a little bit off, but then it's symmetrical. So things are symmetrical. That means it's the same on one side as it is the other. And there's a midpoint too. So you have the cheese head. You see the head here. It basically goes down. It goes in a certain amount. So that's spacing. Let's forget the glasses right now. The head, the line here, the line here, where the head exits the cheese, is about like that. Okay. Now I look back at the cheese and it looks pretty rounded, but is it rounded? It's pretty much rounded. These shapes, you kind of draw it sketchy, and then as you draw more, it's darker as you're more sure of yourself. Okay, and then we got this thing up here. That circle, if it were to continue, this little donut here, it would come into the cheese a little bit. And then you look at the bottom of the hole. Does it touch the top of the cheese hat here? No, there's a little bit of space. Okay, and so this is equidistant in the center, this little hole, equidistant into this larger circle. So we got to make sure that looks like these little measurements are same, that it's directly centered. Okay, so we come down here, and then we're going to figure, okay, his body's going to come out a little bit. We can't really see because there's arms and stuff going on, but you figure his pants is going to end about right here. Now that could change. So the one way to do it is you look at this measurement here from this middle angle, this cut of the cheese right here, cut the cheese. Anyway, and then it goes down here, that dimension goes down once, twice, and it hits about right here. So let's see, that's once, twice, 3 times, it's about right here. So let's do that again. I'm way off. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's the bottom of his pants. So now I look at the cheese and I said, that's off. That's off because if you look at this, it looks like a Pac-Man, you know, aiming downward. Well, this is thinner than what I have, than what I've drawn. So I see it coming in here. And then maybe coming up like this. Okay, so this is that I'm correcting, and that I'm correcting. So to be symmetrical, I'm gonna have to do the same over here. Okay, so those are the big things. Let's see that again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this will be about the bottom of his pants. And then he's going to have shoes that come out like this somehow. And I'll do it real sketchy because we're going to likely make changes. So this height here, I'm guessing. I'm just looking at the overall picture. So again, you know, the big picture view. Okay, so this will go in. And it comes out here and it's kind of not defined. We don't know what's going on here because we see his cup there. So the cup's going to be in an angle, but you can see the top of the cup. So it's going to be a little bit of oval here. Actually, it's going to be a half because if you look at it, it's not a full top there. So that gets kind of tricky. So let's not worry about that much detail right now. So now we are drawing we've got to keep in mind we are drawing a 3D object. His 2 fingers come out here, and they come out quite a bit here. And then that's his wrist right here. And you can see his thumb go back there. It's hinted. And then a little bit of an arm here tells you that that's the rest of his arm. And then this shirt comes down and it comes up here. So we're looking at relationships. We got to put the glasses here, and there are 2 big glasses take up most of the face there. Then so here comes the other thing, negative space. We see this space here. You see it's a little diamond shape. So we've got to make sure that's adhered to. That's kind of like a cross check. Okay. And then you have the sides of the glasses here. They take up a lot of that right here. A lot of that dimension right here. Little black piece there. I try not to darken in anything, or because I may be totally wrong with it and then I'll have to change it. So I'll do some more here. More details there. This right here is too thick, I see. I did that and I see it's too thick. It's pretty much like this. So I'll draw a light thing here. It's kind of hard to sketch it because, so I just do it this way. Then he has eyeballs in here, eyeballs in here. This one's in the center with a little highlight here, a highlight here. Now, when I just do it, it looks like he's looking up, but when you look at it here, he's looking straight. So we fill this in, and hopefully it'll look like it's he's staring straight. Okay, so this straw is a big chunky straw, and you can see the angles here. So here we go in angles. This straw, bent straw, is going horizontal. So it kind of disappears into his face. You can see where does it go, relationships. It goes almost to the middle of his face, and then it goes in. Okay, so it's kind of like that. This thing here, look, there's a little extra ridge on this cup here, and then that space right in here, it's too much space here, so I messed that up. So what you do, let's see how far the hand goes up. The hand only goes up about this far, so I didn't miss it by much. It's just that this finger is more horizontal with this lip here, and so we just do that. And that top finger goes in front of the next finger. Okay, and if you look at it this way, they're pretty horizontal, so that tells me this should go in a little bit. Okay, and then so the shirt actually goes quite a bit underneath the face to kind of define the face. I think I'm pretty close to that line. And some of the things that's confusing it, you want to get rid of some of these extra lines here. They might confuse you, but they don't belong there, and we're planning on erasing them at some point. Now, first thing I want to check is, where does that white shirt end? We don't know, because he has some kind of fanny pack there. So the fanny pack butts up against here. So I want to check this height here, so in relationship to the fanny pack. So I don't want it to be too much or too little. So this thing goes down and it comes up. It looks like it ends higher here than this one. So this is a little bit higher than this one. So that's okay. And then he's got a fanny pack like this. Kind of bulges down. And he's got a little zipper here and a little handle there to the zipper. Now, does this go all the way across? Well, that's pretty, I think that's pretty good. Because you think of the width of the bag, and it comes out about half. So the width of the bag, and it comes out halfway. So if the width of the bag is here, and it comes out another this far, you figure halfway is where his body ends. And so I think I'm in the right place, although it kind of gets obscured by the arm. And so where does the arm come out? It comes out about right here. And it kind of goes into the white t-shirt, from my view. And the arm comes down. Now you can see where the fanny pack strap comes out. It's about like this wide. It's pretty good width. And then so you got the top of the glove coming out about the same spot as where the top of the back fanny pack is, strap is. So that's easy. It comes out here with a little ridge on the glove, and his hand comes back. At the same time, his shorts come in, defined here. I'm going to get rid of some of these lines. So his hand is falling back behind. Got big fingers. Okay, so when I look at this, I could see the shorts coming out, you know, and from this point of view, coming out somewhere around the hand, so that's okay. Okay, now the shorts are coming out. The cup and the shorts are ending at the same height just about, but right here I have this height, so that's not right. And then I could see this much here, so the shorts are definitely in the wrong place. It should be right about here. Okay, and the hand this is the midpoint of the hand. There's equal distance here above this line where the shorts end and below. So let's see how that looks. So the top of the glove is here, and so this distance here should be equal to this distance here, and it still is almost. But I'm going to cut that in a little bit too far. This line, the bottom of the shorts, I had way off, but I have to back up again. And remember when I did this, I got to double check on that. 1, 2. So right here, that's 1, 2. Okay, so that confirms this bottom of the shorts right here. There's not a lot of shorts there I mean, it's just a line basically, and you could see the shoe coming out and the shorts coming just right above it, and then it's like a half dome here that slopes in and meets the midpoint, and we still have this midpoint here. So it's not symmetrical, it's higher this side, it comes in. And the other shoe is symmetrical to the other one. There's the bottom. And the shoe comes in front of the glove. And the angle of the shoe, this outside angle right here. Can you see that? Outside angle of this shoe, I'm going to try to replicate by getting this angle of the pencil, and then so I see this shoe going up and it disappears into the shorts a little bit, and then it comes back down. So the two shoes are not symmetrical because they're just different. Okay, so let's get rid of these extra lines here. And then that's a different color. So this is a draft of this object. Now we can put in these little cheese holes in here. And basically it's the same thing with angles, relationships, and negative space. So you use those three things to kind of define it. And if you look at these, you see there's a shade on this side of the circle. Okay, so this obviously is not drawn exactly like it's shown here, but we're going to just quickly put in, and what a good well drafted drawing will do, allow you to go in and add the details later. So you want to get rid of this stuff. Of course, these lines, there's still this line going right across here. Okay, now there's a lot of lines here. Which one's the correct one? You might want to just select it, go down the middle of these lines and kind of define it here, or you go in with ink and you solidify it. But that's basically it. There's some line defining that. You might want to just go like this. If you want to show someone, you might want to do this. You go shading, help them understand. Now this is pretty generic shading. You can do things like actually looking at the darkers and lighter and see where the highlights are, and you just don't draw where the highlights are. This, you can also add drop shadows in here like this. You gotta be careful. This is green, so if you did you darken this in because of the color, then you lose the drop shadow. See? So I think this is actually thinner, narrower than it actually is. So I want it to be accurate, let's say. Now some people aren't going to know that it's accurate or not, but that's the art of draftsmanship and defining things. Right here, these lines are pretty sketchy still. So all this stuff will go. You know, sometimes people will sketch in a light blue pencil, something like this, and then go in with a darker pen or pencil, and then the blue kind of fades away. But you could see, so to make this look like a real drawing, you add in shade. Be really careful how you add in the shading. Do little touches like that. Of course there's a big shade here under the eyes, and you can practice the shading where you can go dark to light, and that creates a nice tone like this. And sometimes you even turn the paper, so it gives us some three-dimensionality. This actually has, you know, here's a trick. When you have something, shading down the side of something, you stay off of the edge right here, because there's light coming from other sources and it creates a highlight there. And so that gives the illusion that of three-dimensionality, additional illusion. Right here, this is the side of the glasses, and then again you can go like this, and you see right here, that helps give a 3D feel to it. Okay, so sure. So now I'm looking at negative space again. I'm looking at this shirt here, and this looks a lot narrower here than it is here. Okay, and I'm trying to think where I went wrong. I think I put too much space in here, and so that's just a thing that you can't correct it now. It just takes practice, and you do it again. Looks like this angle's, this angle of this shirt goes up like this, so I think I had the angle right. Yeah, but right in here, there's too much white space. There's not that much white space here. Okay, so anyway, that's how you draw a mystery hanger from the Despicable Me collection. Okay, thanks for watching.